15th through 21st. Visit genuine.com.
Value City Furniture presents How to Binge Watch TV. First, enjoy family time while waiting for your favorite show to drop an entire season online.
It's time.
Bedtime.
There you go.
Marshmallow.
Next, reclaim your place on your ultimate comfort sectional from Value City Furniture.
You crying?
It's the ultimate value, combining the comfort of down with the bounce back of memory foam. It'll look good as new whenever you decide to get up.
Perfect.
And that's how to buy the perfect piece.
Good morning.
Uh-oh.
At Value City Furniture.
This is a Storm Watch 7 winter weather alert.
Well, the roads are still slippery from last night's snow. Several schools canceled classes today, but we are also bracing for the main event, which of course is tomorrow. Chief Meteorologist Doug Hill is getting us ready for all of it. He joins us now live with the latest on the conditions right now and all the information about the storm headed our way. Doug?
Hey, Jimmy, right now, sunshine outside the Belfer Furniture Weather Center here in Arlington. Temperatures still below freezing. Let's get you through the story and give you a big look at our maps. This is our big story leading off. The blizzard watch not only continues for our area, but has been expanded over to the eastern shore of Maryland, Delaware, and New Jersey. And around that, there's a very large area of winter storm watches and winter storm warnings. The storm of the energy that is going to become this big storm taking shape right now over the lower Mississippi River Valley. A lot of moisture coming out of the Gulf of Mexico. And over the next 24 hours, it will consolidate. The energy will move north and eventually redevelop offshore. Later tomorrow night, Saturday morning, then that's when it really starts with the high winds and snow and sleet and blowing and drifting and very heavy snowfall amounts. These areas shaded in pink now go all the way back far into Arkansas. All these areas now, because of the storm, are under a winter storm warning. And then you jump to our area in Delaware and New Jersey, parts of Pennsylvania, that's the blizzard watch. And the difference between the two is in our area here near the bay and near the ocean, very high winds are going to cause a lot of blowing and drifting snow. Our futurecast continues to look at the timing of the arrival tomorrow morning. Maybe a little sunshine through the clouds, but steady increase in cloudiness through the day. Looks like the snow is probably going to arrive in our area late afternoon, moving in from the southwest just before sunset. And as we get through the height and the teeth of the storm, later tomorrow night, overnight into Saturday, the storm is going to be so wound up with so much spin, bringing in moisture, it will eventually, at some level in the atmosphere, a couple thousand feet off the ground, bring in enough warm air to change the snowflakes to sleet. In other words, they'll melt and refreeze on their way down. So this sleet over parts of extreme southern Maryland, northern neck, and the lower eastern shore is going to affect the snow totals. If it falls as sleet, it's not going to pile up as much as snow. But the majority area is going to do some major piling up as the snow really cranks through the day. Saturday, this is 1 p.m. We'll be right in the heart of the storm, and it will continue right through the afternoon. Our best and latest estimate on snowfall totals for the storm, 18 to 25 inches west of the metro area through parts of Loudoun County, and then southward and southwestward, 12 to 22, a total here through the metro area to the bay. And then the area is likely to have a lot of sleet. The inches there are still 6 to 12, but don't worry about the inches. That's not the story. It's the impact and the combination of the cold, the high winds, the snow, and the sleet, a very high impact storm where I think during the day Saturday, not many people are going to be going anywhere. I'll be back with you in a little bit, Jimmy.
Doug, we will see you then. Thank you. District schools, we've learned, will be closed tomorrow, and a state of emergency will go into effect starting at 9:30 tomorrow morning. In fact, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser made the announcement this morning, and our John Gonzalez is live at the Farragut Salt Dome with more on what this will mean for all of the district residents. John?
That's right, Jumi. We are live at one of D.C.'s Salt Dome facilities here in Northeast D.C., an area, as you can imagine, that is very busy this afternoon. 250 of the city's salt trucks and another 85 contracted trucks will be working over the next 36 hours to essentially try to stay on top of this storm. They have already started pre-treating the roadways here in D.C., and of course tomorrow and Saturday will be the heavy lifting. This is also where the mayor concluded a press conference just about an hour ago. It was twofold. She declared a state of emergency and a snow emergency, so be careful where you park this weekend. And she also took the time to apologize for how the city handled yesterday's 1 inch of snow that turned into an icy mess.
We don't believe that we
prepared adequately for a forecast that was slightly less than what we got at rush hour, and we should have been out earlier with more resources. We have, however, been very focused on the blizzard conditions for the last several days.
Now back here live, forecasted blizzards are not common, so the mayor has already announced that D.C. public schools will be closed and government workers will more than likely be on an early dismissal. Now the city's Emergency Operation Nerve Center will open up at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. It will include officials from all the city agencies because the mayor says this is the type of storm that will, of course, affect roadways, but it could also have a major impact with power outages and mass transit problems. Reporting live in Northeast Washington, John Gonzalez, ABC 7 News.
Okay, John, thank you. And while we are getting ready for a foot or even more of snow tomorrow, we're still trying to clean up from last night's snow. And our Sam Sweeney is live in Arlington this noon, where crews are still cleaning up all those abandoned cars. Sam?
Jimmy, by the looks of things out here, you would think that the big storm already came. Take a look behind me. You can see this minivan, just one of many along 66, where the driver decided to abandon their vehicle overnight. In just the last 2 hours alone, we saw about a dozen drivers come back and retrieve their vehicles. Now, some said they waited more than 7 hours before they decided to abandon their vehicles and take the metro. No matter where you look around the DMV, there are abandoned cars everywhere. 66, 495, and even the Rock Creek Parkway, just to name a few. The snow only accumulated to an inch or two, but it paralyzed the DMV. On this ramp to 66, drivers told us there was a pileup, cars slipping and sliding. They called police around 9 p.m., but were told it would be hours before any help would arrive. Around 3 a.m., these drivers decided to abandon their cars and walk to the nearest metro.
I mean, there are about 20 cars from all the way, and the cops didn't show up for 5 hours, so cars are still coming down and just ping pong, like hanging out down there. And then we just got told to talk to the cops that we were going to get charged with a hit and run.
Apparently this was just one big mess of cars, and the road was so slippery they couldn't even walk on the road. So they just felt like there was nothing that they could do other than sleep in the car all night.
Now here in Arlington, the county already reached out and said, look, we dropped the ball. We were not prepared for this storm, but they promised to do better for the next time. City officials are urging everyone to stay off the road when this next big storm comes through. They say if you have to drive and you do find yourself in a fender bender with no injuries, they say exchange information and keep moving. Do not wait for police and do not tie up traffic. That's the latest live along 66. I'm Sam Sweeney, ABC 7 News.
All right, Sam, thank you for the update. Well, on Twitter this noon, we were asking if, after last night's response to the snow, do you feel our local governments are ready for this weekend storm? And as you can see right here, the overwhelming response was no, with only 14% of people saying yes. Now, there's still time to vote. Just head to the ABC 7 Twitter page. Well, people have a lot of questions this noon about both the response to last night's snow and, of course, the preparations for it. On Good Morning Washington, we spoke with Charlie Gishler of Maryland State Highway Administration.
The storm got a little more intense than was predicted to us, at least. Then we started calling in extra resources, and by that time we were stuck in the same traffic as a lot of other people, so it had that cascading domino effect.
Gishler said right now crews are treating all those roadways, de-icing ramps, bridges, and overpasses in preparation for not only today's commute, but also for the big storm as well. And of course, some side roads are still icy even at this hour. Let's get right over to Jamie Sullivan, who joins us with a check on traffic. Jamie?
And Jumi, we are seeing that. It's a lot of, like you said, secondary roads and the side roads that we do have the ice. But the big picture right now, I am so happy to report, because it is one of the first times in over about 20 hours that we have seen mostly green through Prince George's County, pretty clear on the Beltway. Same thing if you are traveling into D.C. or out of the D.C. area. A little slow patch that we do have near Joint Base Andrews, 16 miles per hour. We had an earlier disabled vehicle, so that's what is added to it. Heading inbound 395, crossing the 14th Street Bridge, another slow spot. But again, we're not seeing too much that you could really have to worry about. Delays are possible on the Red Line. That's because of scheduled track work between Van Ness and Friendship Heights. On Metro Bus, icy conditions still, so it is a light snow plan that they have in place, and same thing, delays are possible. VRE, normal schedule right now, and no decisions have been made for what they will do tomorrow. Let's take a live look outside. So